Good morning to all of you, and welcome to a new week, a new moment. It is Monday, and I am, as you probably know, getting ready in just a few minutes to hop into an Uber on the way to the airport here in Portland and to begin the long journey to the border of Poland and Ukraine, to what seems like a desperate situation, what appears to be something that is very dangerous. And yet, we as a powerful community hold the only reality that is true, that love is prevailing this and every single moment, and that peace is the only reality that there is. I forgot to try and put this on Facebook, but I think we're okay. Welcome to all of you. So good to have you here. I am going to be leaving in just a few moments, so I'm going to get things started, and then we're going to just hear from Reverend David and Vicky, and then we're going to go ahead and close a little bit early today. But the time that we spend is not nearly as important as this instant of grace that we find ourselves in, and we can make this shift in just an instant by choosing to see truly that which has always been truly seen. I should write that one down. To see truly that which has always been truly seen. Peace, love, harmony, the oneness that is real. And to be able to look through a situation like the one that we find right now in Ukraine, what appears to be a desperate, terrible situation, to know that peace is prevailing in this moment and in every moment, no matter what the appearance is. And there's a momentum, an energy that builds from knowing that, from seeing that, from feeling that, that allows nothing but that to be experienced. And this is how true prayer and true peace manifests. When enough of us come together and say, peace is prevailing in this moment in Ukraine, peace is prevailing in this moment in Russia, peace is prevailing this moment on earth. And we feel this, not just say it, not just think it, but feel it with the deepest part of who we are and who we've always been. When we come together, we join, just as we're joining here in this meeting, we join our fires together. Fires that are burning together can keep the whole world warm. And this is what we choose resolutely this morning as I begin this journey in all of our name. This is not for me. This is more a symbol for us to know that there are people who are being physically and personally present right there in the midst of this situation. That there is at least one person that you know who is saying, yes, this encourages us all to say, yes, I am part of this. I am going to be part of the solution. I am the vibrating reality of peace in this moment and in every moment. And there's no conflict, no army that can stand in the way of that. To have that confidence, to even watch the news and hear all the terrible things and to say, no, only love prevails in this moment through and as me. I claim that with all of these thousands and millions of other people. One of the things that is really kind of exciting about this situation going on is that I don't think there's ever been a mobilization, a mass mobilization of prayer and energy and light as there is in this moment. So we join in this moment. We allow this moment to overtake us completely. We allow love to have its way with us. So as I travel now, leaving just in a few moments, as soon as we're done, I'm getting on that Uber. As I travel myself to that spot, know that you go there with me. Know that you are there with me. We are together, we are one. And I invite you to share this and to let everyone know that this is the reality that we join in, that the only reality that we will admit or focus on, that peace is prevailing right now in Ukraine and in the world. So, as I said, we'll keep this a little bit short so I can make sure I catch my flight. I'm so happy to see such a beautiful, vibrant room. I'm going to turn it over to Vicky first, and then we'll go to Reverend David. So good morning to you, Vicky.
Good morning, Father James, and good morning, everyone. And you know, Jimmy, what you're saying, I don't know in my lifetime another moment where there was such a mass mobilization of the light workers of every single tradition and no tradition, and that the key has been love. Peace and love are the universal experience, and it isn't praying for your side to win or for this or that. It's a prayer collectively from everyone for love and peace for all. And prayers that include everyone, Putin and Russia and every country and every leader and every being. And the mobilization is around love. And somehow that finally, thank God, in all of us, it's reaching our awareness. And as we release whatever conflict any one of us have had, this is a classic outpicturing of separation of a victim and victimizer. And we are finally, many, all of us standing in the place where we are resolved not to allow separation within our own minds. We belong to Spirit, we belong to God. And there was a great example in the Daily Word today. The theme was prayer and peace for the world. And the example they used was the leaf of an elm tree. One leaf by itself saying God, I'm loving, I'm the love of God is looks like a little ineffectual thing, but the leaves on a mighty elm can give shade to a great area. And we are each the leaf. We are that leaf where we are letting the flood of love flood us. Message I had the other night myself was keep a laser focus on love. Don't worry about anything else. And then each of us is guided in our own experience, just as you're guided to get in that Uber and fly over to Poland and the Ukraine, each of us is guided as to what is ours to give and do. But what is first ours to do is open the floodgates of love within our own being by letting every thought of grievance or hurt or rejection or separation go. And all of us know how to do that. That's what blessing our enemies is. There is no enemy outside our own mind where we have had self-conflict. And this is our time to let it all go and to let the floodgates of love pour through us as the instruments of peace that we've come here to do, to join together and to share and uphold one another and strengthen only the thought system of love. So thank you,
Amen.
Brother James. Thank you,
These are
everyone.
just, loving shots across the bow,
Yeah.
proclaiming the reality and the truth that we know to be true and that we now live into being. We know these things. There's nothing that you're hearing today that you don't know somehow intellectually, but now we activate it. We put it into divine practice. Our love is the most powerful force in the universe, not war, not weapons, love. And as millions of people are activating that love, I think we're going to see miracles. And one of the miracles I see is that Reverend David is still with us, at least for another day or so. Maybe this is the last day, but Reverend David, we would love, this is it, yeah? Okay, we would love to hear your final shot across the bow.
Oh, thank you, James. First of all, thank you for going. Thank you for being there with the people on the ground, because what happens is when we want peace. Everyone wants peace, but when we actually feel the impact on people, that's when our hearts wake up, because we are in love with each other, because we are love. We know that. And when you're able to be there and be that touch to someone, then our hearts move from the concept of peace to the real feeling of love and peace. And the world gathers with us. We have all been so committed to the experience of love and peace through this spiritual journey that we've been sharing. But we aren't alone. There are millions of people, and we are in a set of increasing waves of love and compassion that is going about the world, both now as everyone becomes more and more aware of the need for love, for peace, for deep compassion for the people caught in this experience. Our hearts awaken all over the world. But this is a part of a greater awakening that's been ongoing. I remember stepping back from the experience at 9/11 and suddenly realizing that the world was in a state of compassion. All over the world, different countries, different cultures were in compassion with the American people and what had happened there. And then I looked as we followed the news day in and day out of COVID and people dying in hospitals struggling. A level of reality that touches our hearts because we do experience our love and compassion for each other. And the world, as the world went through it, went into a deeper and deeper state of compassion. And now as we look at one small part of the world, but because we have grown in love, we cannot ignore it. We cannot turn away because our hearts are filled with compassion for everyone involved. And that beautiful flow, that is the flow of spirit of the divine through our beings into our collective experience. That beautiful term that you use, the vibrating reality of peace. We are building that, we are holding that, we are sharing that, not because it's nicer to have peace than it is to have conflict. You know, we've all done conflict and peace, and sometimes we kind of got off on a conflict. You know, it was exciting for a while, and it took us a while to get over that sort of thing. But we moved because we love the people, because we have compassion for their experiences. And so together, as the world looks at this one part of our human family, it says that's not okay, because we care, because the love flows through our hearts, and we are committed to enfold them in the compassion of our hearts. And so spirit flows, not only to Ukraine, but between all of our hearts, all over the world. And again, there's this beautiful outpouring of the divine love into the human experience at a greater level, a level we can feel, a level we share, a level we acknowledge with words, and a level we acknowledge just in the deep desire of our hearts. This beautiful flow of compassion. What an important time in the unfolding of the consciousness that together we are creating that beautiful reality that is the vibration of peace within our hearts, the love, the connection to one another. Yes. Mm-hmm. Wonderful time, James.
Amen.
For growing.
Well, David, we honor you in total gratitude for the month that you spent with us at Namaste Village. And it's the second time you've done that, and you're always going to be a big part, just as Vicky will be back soon. I know it. I can feel Vicky's presence staying at Namaste very soon, but we want to send you off. And of course, tomorrow we'll be welcoming Brenda Lynn as well. But thank you so much. And thanks to all of you for your commitment. Go out and spread the word, shout it from the rooftop, from the mountaintop. This is our moment to activate this reality. And that's the opportunity that's before us. So we're going to end the recording now. For those of you who are watching this on Zoom, we love you, we bless you, we see the Christ in you.